oh my word, this is the best anime. I'm sorry for that intro, but I can't help myself. It's not my fault that Attack on Titan is epic. Anyway, I know this has been done for a while now, and I feel I have to talk about it now. And I know you may be thinking, wait, Pakam's reviewing? Yes I am. I wanted to broaden my horizons, so I'm starting with the A game. So Attack on Titan no Shingeki no Kyojin. It's amazing how to change the on to no in Japanese. Anyway, it's an anime that deals in the past. It's about large naked people like creatures named Titans that need to be attacked because they kill humans for the fun of it. Several hundred years ago, humans were nearly exterminated by giants. Giants are practically several stories tall, seem to have no intelligence, discover human beings, and worst of all, seem to do it for a pleasure rather than a food source. A small percentage of humanity survived by enclosing themselves in a city protected by extremely high walls, even taller than the biggest of giants. Flash forward to the present, and the city has not seen a giant in over 100 years. Teenage boy Eren and his foster sister Mikasa witness something horrific as the city walls are destroyed by a supergiant that appears out of thin air. As the smaller giants flood the city, the two kids watch in horror as their mother is eaten alive. Eren vows that he will murder every single giant and take revenge on them for all of mankind. So that's pretty much the story. And the characters are, as you've heard, Eren Yeager. And yep, I love his last name too. Thanks to Pacific Rim. He was living a normal life in the third wall until a colossal and armored titan attacked and killed his mother. He has sworn revenge upon every one of them, like I just said. So he wants to join the Recon Corps. You have Mikasa Ackerman, which is his foster sister. And this is the most bad buns female character and that was ever created since Remy from the Black Lagoon. She was a close friend of Eren. I call her a close friend, but she's actually a foster sister. And due to the passing of her parents in a grueling, dark backstory, it's revealed in the anime. Then you have Armin Alet, who's the not-so-competitive person in the group. I respect him because he's got what a few people in this anime has, brains, and he likes figuring things out. And he's also Eren's best friend. There are several other characters that I mentioned, like Jar, Captain Levi, Eren, Annie, and a few others, to name a few, but none has received the spotlight like the awesome trio. What I love about this is the story. The story is really brilliant. I mean, it really compels, it's really compelling and dark and grueling, something which is sorely needed in the media nowadays. And I know I may sound like a fanboy, but hey, I've been seeing a lot of kiddish shows lately, and I needed something which was dark, and this really provided that for me. It helps the story. The action is also insane. The action is one of the best I've ever seen in cartoons, period. I'm sorry, I know it's an anime, but it's the best I've ever seen. Oh man. Okay. So action is really insane. I mean, the characters have what they call 3D maneuver gears, which they use to grapple upon buildings to cut the Titan's necks, because the only way you can kill a Titan is by cutting the nape of his neck. And they do a really good job in illustrating that point and why it's so. And that calls for really, really brilliant medieval Spider-Man fighting Titans, which are like 65 times their height. The character's also amazing and full of depth, because normally you watch something and you're like, okay, this guy has no layers to him, so I don't really care. Or, and as you're watching a kid's show, you're like, okay, no problem, I don't need to know anything. But in this one, they build the characters like crazy, so when you watch it, you're gonna feel for them if they die. You'll be wishing, please don't die on me now, and if they do die, you're gonna feel the emotional impact. You may not cry, or you may cry, but that's particularly the whole point. The soundtrack is also really impressive, not to mention the opening, which gets ready for the episode, and the closing that sort of calms down after a cliffhanger, which this anime has a lot, and I like it. There is not much to hate about seeing how well thought out this anime was. What I do have a problem with is how much they put effort into their characters and then kill them off after you've grown on them. It can be an advantage as well to show the dark side, but it also almost made me cry a few times. It's actually an unusual thing for me. While I'm on the topic, it's like no matter how hard humanity tries, especially when they have like these masterpiece plans, things just go awry for them, and you see why I say so. Apart from that, this anime is really amazing and deserves your time. It is not one to be taken lightly, so when you watch it, you need to be solely invested. The dub isn't out yet. Give it a few years for you dub lovers. I also love it, but I saw it in the sub, and it's really amazing. The voices were really insane, especially when they have those dark emotions. You know Japanese are when they shout a lot. Okay, Anyway, like I said before, this anime deserves your time and just needs to be watched. If you love anime and want things to add to your bucket list, this is one of them that must be at the top. I give Attack on Titan a solo deserved must watch.